my 76 subscribers that are following me, I have accepted a job or a contract with a proprietary trading firm in the United States named Maverick Trading.
Well, that didn't last long, did it? What's going on? My name is Dylan Greco. Welcome back to the channel. Now, there is a lot of people out there that only show the ups when it comes to trading and don't really show the downs. However, as I'm sure that you are aware, the intention of this YouTube channel is to be as transparent as I possibly can to show you both, of course, the ups and the downs when it comes to trading. Now, this is because showing both sides of the coin tends to help a lot more people out in the long run, because they can then learn from your winners, but also learn to not make the same mistakes as somebody else, and that includes myself. Now, this is by far much better than just showing all the good sides and then painting a false narrative by not showing any of the bad sides, which unfortunately in the trading world is actually very, very common. So of course, as the title suggests, I did take a little bit of an L, so that means I would appreciate all of you to smash that like button down below, because it really helps the channel out and it will make me feel a little bit better. So let's get straight into it. Now, prop firms, to simply put it, these are companies that give you their own money to trade, and they are a very, very big thing, particularly in the Forex space. And although it does sound good to trade other people's money and not take on any of the risk and split, of course, the profits that you make with the prop firm, it is not as clear cut as that. See, what you need to realize is that prop firms are not charities, and you don't necessarily reduce all your risk by trading other people's money, because your risk is found in other places. So before we go any further, in the Forex space, there are particularly two common business models that prop firms tend to operate in. Now, the first one is a prop firm trading challenge, where you join a prop firm and you have to pass a particular challenge with a set amount of rules, which you do pay a once-off fee. Think of the FTMO and Fivers. Those are both good examples of prop firms that utilize a challenge-based model. Now, the second model is a membership fee or desk fee model. Now, this is a more traditional business model for prop firms, where you do have a joining fee, but you also have monthly desk fees or a subscription that you do need to pay, which typically cover the staff and the course material that they would normally have, and also technical support. So one that is rather common within the Forex space is Maverick FX, which is located in the United States. And this is the one that I actually joined back in September, I think it was, last year, and now I don't trade with them anymore. Hence the whole reason of this video. So let's find out why. Now, my intention to joining Maverick was actually to be around other professional prop traders, to also go through the coursework, to hopefully at the end be a better trader coming out of it. They do have a very in-depth course, as I mentioned, and they also do weekly recap videos and also other videos in between the week to keep you up to date with what's happening in the Forex market, which is definitely one of those things that can be very useful. Now, the thing is, when it came to the course content, I actually have to admit that I already knew most of it anyway, and there wasn't really that much that I did learn from it. And the one-on-ones with the other professional traders to guide you through the course content, I have to say I didn't really learn too much from them either, because I already went in there with a little bit of experience. They were more or less saying that I was doing fine and just to continue on with the course content. Now, they do have a little bit of a community. They do have a Slack group, but I have to say, from what I saw, most of the conversations in there were typically other newer traders that were just joining, that were just going through the course content, and there weren't really that many conversations that actually resonated with me and resonated with my type of trading. And with the weekly recaps, although they are good and they do provide a little bit of an insight as to what is happening around the world in the Forex space for the coming week, it's not really fitted to my style of trading. If you've been following along with my videos, you would know that I'm an algo trader and I don't really account for news too much. I did find myself not really engaging with that resource and taking any benefit from that, because I'm just trading my algorithm anyway. I'm not really utilizing any of that in my trading strategy. So after I did the coursework, which I have to say it was really in depth, but again, I didn't really learn too much from it, I did have to go into a couple month demo phase before I actually was able to trade a live account. And it was at this point, just before I started trading a live account, that I realized one very important thing. So Maverick, even after the membership fees, even after the monthly desk fees, you still have to put in a 20% stake of the account that you would be trading. So for example, if you start off with a $10,000 account, you do have to put in 20% of that $10,000, which is $2,000 of your own money, and then Maverick will then back that 20% with their own 80%, which of course makes up the full $10,000. So they would be putting in 80% of $10,000, which is $8,000. So you've got $2,000 in there, Maverick has $8,000 in there. And this is where things became very evident that Maverick really don't take on any of the risk. Now, I have to admit, this is a very good business model on Maverick's side, because you see, if you do hit a 20% drawdown period whilst trading with Maverick, this will start raising some red flags. And that 20% drawdown is when your money is actually gone, and then you start digging into Maverick's money, which might be just enough for them to say you're not good enough to be trading for a prop firm and then boot you out. And then you're left losing all of your money anyway. Now, for full transparency, I actually knew this going in there. However, because I was not actually using any of the resources, because I wasn't learning much from the other prop traders, because it wasn't really suited to my own trading style, being an algorithmic trader, and I didn't really learn much from the course content because I already knew it anyway, and it also wasn't tailored to my style of trading. And then finally, because of the high desk fees that are recurring every single month, as well as the 20% stake, which you need to keep putting in more money, and that's your money that you are risking every time you do get a level up, I have to say it wasn't really suited for me, and that is why I left. Now, Maverick, I have to say that they do take a very professional approach when it comes to being a good prop firm, and every single interaction that I did have with them was definitely very professional and definitely very good. And that includes interactions with other traders, the one-on-ones, and the course content. They were all of a very high caliber. However, I have to say, from what I could see, it is definitely tailored to traders that are very inexperienced with trading or just starting out, but also have a little bit of money saved, that can tolerate the monthly desk fees, but also the joining fee as well, that is pretty steep. And then finally, the 20% stake, of course, in the account. So the new people going into trading that generally have a big bag, those are the ones, in my opinions, that will benefit the most when joining Maverick. However, if you have been trading for a couple of years and do have a little bit of experience like myself, I have to say that Maverick trading might not be suited for you, or you really might not be getting too much out of the course content, utilizing the resources out of Maverick, where really the monthly desk fees that you would be paying for would be for the 80% additional leverage that you would get after joining Maverick. However, again, as I mentioned, you are still taking on all the risk with your 20% stake in there anyway. So if you do decide to stay with Maverick and then also build your way up the levels to where you start to trade a much higher account, this is probably when it does become beneficial and you start to see an actual return on investment. However, as I mentioned, because I wasn't using the resources and I was the one taking on all the risk, I did cut my losses early and took the L. Now, I just want to make this very clear when it comes to Maverick trading, because you do have a 20% stake. Maverick aren't really giving you their money to trade. What they are giving you is leverage instead. Now, that is what is very important to distinguish here, and that is leverage. Now, if you're trading in a country that has very restricted leverage requirements, like the United States with the Dodd-Frank Act, you will be restricted with the amount of leverage that you do have. And if you are somebody with a trading strategy that does require using a high amount of leverage, then maybe Maverick trading might be of use to you, because then of course you're putting in 20% of your account. Maverick is putting a 5x leverage on that because they are matching it 20% to 80%. So that's a 5x amount. you will be able to benefit from that if you are seeking leverage. However, for my case, trading in Australia, the leverage requirements aren't as strict, not like the United States. So I do have access to a lot more leverage. And really, in theory, I can trade the same lot size that I could trade in Maverick and trade it over here with an Australian broker that provides a higher leverage anyway without the monthly desk fee. So even in that case, it's not really beneficial to me as well. So Maverick, my opinion, they're okay. And as I mentioned, they are definitely tailored to the newer traders. But saying that, if you are a new trader that's just getting into it, it is a very hard game to play, and it's not something that you will definitely pick up straight away. So there is an extensive learning curve when it comes to trading. And if you really want to pick it up and learn from some other professional traders, Maverick might be an option for you. However, saying that, as I mentioned, you do need pretty big bags to pay for the monthly desk fee, the membership fee, and the 20% stake. And really, if I have to say, everything that I have learned in trading, you can find actually for free. And if you do want to talk with other professional traders and things like that, there are communities like my Discord channel linked down below, as well as other communities out there, which you can get access to for absolutely nothing. If you're an experienced trader, or if you're somebody that doesn't really have a lot of money, then I wouldn't probably look at Maverick Trading. Now, Maverick Trading is okay, but unfortunately, it just wasn't for me. So for me, what's next? Well, I'm sick of the monthly desk fees, so I'm done with that. If you watch my videos on the Fivers prop firm, then you would have noticed that I was doing a Fivers challenge, which I am still currently doing, and I'll keep you posted on the progress of that challenge with an update in the future. And so in the meantime, I'll continue to be developing my own trading strategies and trade using my own account rather than trading for a prop firm and accumulate a pretty hefty expense with monthly desk fees. Now, of course, I'll continue to be building on my experience even more whilst trading, learning as much as possible, and sharing with you my journey along the way, of course, via this YouTube channel. If you do want to follow along the journey with me and you do like how I'm taking a very transparent approach to this trading journal, then please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification buttons so that way you will be notified when I take my next big L. So saying that, super appreciate all of you that have stuck around to the end of this video. And with all that being said, have a great rest of your day. Happy trading out there, and I will see you in the next video.